Hey everybody, this is Eli Freestone, and you're watching my usability follow-up survey for week 2 of mobile user experience, term 1310. First off, I'm displaying with Air Server for my iPad. Let's go ahead and get Realizer open up here so we can do a quick run through my prototype. My individual views on my prototype were built in Illustrator. I have a total of 4 of them, and then they each have an active hotspot area that works kind of like a button to bring them to the next view. This first screen we have the selected list view for Objective-C programming takes you to a detail view. The only thing that's active on this screen would be the back button, and then the tab bar is active from all of the views. The All Books view also has the same active list view item that takes you back to the detail view, and then there aren't any active buttons within the Add Books view. So let's go ahead and go through the survey real quick here. So first off, there is no real way to link to an outside source from within Realizer. So what I ended up actually doing was asking the questions myself and then writing down the responses. I felt that worked a lot better because I didn't have to take back the iPad, bring up the form, hand it back. I felt that kind of broke up the flow of things, and with me asking, they could still be physically looking at the application. So I felt it brought up a lot of good stuff. For the survey itself, I decided to stick with basically just what was available within the test plan. I felt it was broad enough questions that it would really bring out stuff depending on the individual user. I wouldn't have to come up with a bunch of specific questions and end up with a really long survey to really hash out everything. And I felt it really worked out rather well. So yeah, let's go ahead and go over it here. So the first question was, what was your overall impression of the application? And let's go ahead and do the results. I got 2 awesomes, 2 goods, and 2 fairs. No poors, thankfully. I was actually kind of nervous about that one. The second question is, what was the branding distinguishable from apps like it? And I got 3 yeses, 2 kindas, and 1 unsure. No nos. The gal that said she was unsure, she just said that she wasn't really privy on the whole branding thing, so she wasn't sure how to answer it. I felt that was a perfectly fair response to that. The third question is, how difficult was the basic task? And for that one, I got 3 easies and 3 fairs. The fourth question was, were the navigation cues easy to interpret? And this one I got 4 yeses and 2 maybes. And then the fifth question was, what was confusing, if anything? So this one actually brought up some pretty interesting stuff because I did get 2 navigations and 1 organization, and then the other 3 were none. The organization one, it did actually bring up a pain point. There was actually something that I had actually originally intended to put in. That would be a way to sort the individual books by author or by title. I did plan to put that in, but I didn't put anything to show that that was available. The gal that mentioned that, she wanted some sort of a way to sort it. So unfortunately, that one would be my bad. I didn't show anything to say that that was possible. The 2 navigation ones actually brought up a couple of things. One of them would be something that I actually missed that I had intended to put in, and that would be a navigation in the navigation bar, adding an edit button for the list view so you can delete individual items. That was another thing that was intended to be in there, and for some reason I missed it. And then the other one was actually about the, let's go back to this guy here, would actually be about the Add Books tab. Both of the people that said the navigation was confusing, they're actually referring to the tab for Add Books. They felt that that shouldn't be there, that it should just be a navigation bar with the standard iPhone plus sign in the top right corner. The guy wanted to replace the Add Books with some sort of a settings, maybe to have sort options or what have you, and then the gal that didn't like the tab for Add Books, just wanted the 2 tabs and then the plus sign, which I thought was a really good idea. It didn't really dawn on me until after the first person said it, but it should have been fresh in my mind because we actually did go over stuff like that in this week's go-to training. So yeah, that's definitely one of the things that I'm going to look at in the second iteration. I'm going to see how I can work that in well and keep the flow good. It shouldn't be difficult at all, actually. So yeah, definitely, the responses were definitely positive, so I'm really happy with the way it went. So yeah, I guess that's about it. This has been Eli Freestone for Usability Follow-Up Survey for Week 2 of MUX 1310. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.